Awesome. Glad to have you with us. And if people are just arriving, we'll let you all say something at checkout. So for now, just find yourself a platform, and I'm going to toggle everyone to mute all and just remind you all once more, now that we're moving into the meditation, we don't do these popping hearts or smiley faces or any of those emojis anymore because those make noises. So you can just turn that off. In fact, if you have any remotes in your hands, you can put those down completely. Left, right, one, two, it doesn't matter. Just put them down. You're not going to need them for the whole meditation. It's just going to be something to take you out of where we want you to be. And the idea is now everyone's muted and we're going to stay relatively still on our platforms. And what's going to happen is the world is going to change around us. It always does, but really in a very literal sense. We're going to move these walls, and each time we do, there'll be a new skybox that makes it seem like we're further and further off the surface of the earth until eventually we are floating so high above it, all we can see is the vast emptiness of space and our planet. So that's the plan. And like I said, you're not going to need to do anything except for look around, opening and closing your eyes as I instruct you to. So let's start doing that. Let's look around for a minute. A whole bunch of you are probably in here for the first time. Oh, great. I just got a message from Lonely Mountain that he'll be able to check out. That'll be great. And so if you're here for the first time, just take in the whole scene. If you're here for the 25th or more time, like maybe Dalbin, I always challenge you to find something new. See if you can find some new detail to look at, a new cloud, a new piece of art. And I always explain the reason we start in this particular spot is because I want to remind you that oftentimes when we're outside on the surface of our planet, we actually can't see very far. We have a small little view of the world around us because trees and buildings and people and hills get in the way. They block our view. And one of the metaphors we're going to be playing with in this meditation is expanding our perspective from just a little world that we walk around in most of the time to seeing if we can just connect with all that is, even just for a moment. So as you gaze around a little while longer, I want you to start to get ready to close your eyes. Nice and gently, as you're ready, closing your eyes. And all I want you to do right now with your eyes closed is to bring all of your attention and focus to your breathing. To just noticing your breath as it moves in through your nose or mouth, as it moves down your throat and fills your lungs. As your lungs squeeze that air back up and out, just watch it. No need to make any effort to change your breath in any way. Just notice. And one thing you could notice if you want is the feeling of the breath as it makes contact with your body. You can really feel that breath on your lips and on your nostrils. You can feel it making contact with your throat, and you can certainly feel your lungs in your body as they expand and contract. So that's all we need to be worrying about in the whole world right now, is just noticing our breath as it moves through our body nice and gently. And as you're ready, I want you to bring to your mind's eye a vision of yourself outside somewhere on the surface of our planet. It could be in a real place that you go to sometimes, a park, somewhere you walk your dog, or a beach. Or it could be some made-up, make-believe, perfect mountain meadow, or whatever you want. You could even be right in the middle of the city with all the honking cars and tall buildings. But wherever you choose to start, I want you to really bring it to life around you with as much detail as you can. I want you to see the flowers and trees, the cement and steel, to hear the birds in the sky. And I want you to look down at your bare feet. I know if you chose the city, it might feel a little weird, but wherever you are, I want you to see your bare feet on the ground. I want you to see the cement or the dirt, the water or the sand right there in between your toes. And I want you to feel your feet on the ground, planted securely. Just be there. Really feel as much as you can like you are in that place. Look up at the sky. Beautiful blue sky. A few stray clouds. Warm sun. Can you feel the sun on your skin? Nice and relaxed, standing in this beautiful place. I want you to now start to imagine that your body begins to float right off the ground. I want you to start to feel your body floating in the air at whatever speed feels comfortable to you, nice and slow or super fast, up into the air, watching as the world below your feet gets smaller and smaller. The trees and the buildings slipping below your feet as you move up hundreds of feet in the air past birds, feeling the wind on your skin, floating higher and higher now, thousands of feet, watching that little spot on the ground where you began getting teeny, hard to make out the details anymore. Nice and slow with our breath, just floating higher. And as you're ready, here in VR, opening up your eyes and looking around, and you'll see that we have indeed floated a few thousand feet up together now here in VR. We're looking down at the tops of skyscrapers. Cars look like teeny little toys. Far off in the distance, we can see some parks and woods. Behind you all is a little island with an airport on it. Just take in the scene. Look up and down and all around. There's something for me that's joyful in like a childlike way to be at this view. It feels like something I would have built as a kid and then rampaged through or something. So just appreciate the magic of floating above our Earth, looking down on it as we are on this journey together. Again, find something that attracts your attention. Maybe it's something beautiful, maybe it's something horrible. Just notice what it's like to look at our beautiful Earth from this height. And then as you're ready, we're going to gently start to close our eyes again, nice and gently, and return to that vision of our body floating thousands of feet up as we continue to move higher and higher and higher, watching all the details of the Earth slip away. And noticing, as I talked about before, how much more we can see as we go up. Just a few thousand feet higher, and we can see for miles and miles in every direction the lives of thousands and thousands of people playing out down below us. So continue your journey up beyond where the birds fly. We're moving tens of thousands of feet up. Maybe you want to float right through a nice puffy white cloud and pop out the other side. Notice as we are now so high, you can't make out where you started at all. That focus is gone, but you can see huge geographic features like rivers and mountains and oceans. You can see over to the next state or country. Just take in the gorgeous view as you look down below and let those nice, slow, deep breaths continue to flow through your body. Nothing to worry about, just enjoying our beautiful planet. And as a reminder to those who've joined us, no emojis during the meditation, please. As you're ready, we can all open our eyes again. here in VR and look around, and you'll see that we have made it tens of thousands of feet up above the mountaintops, up above the clouds. Impossible to make out any buildings or really much that humans have done to the Earth from this vantage point. Isn't that nice? And looking off into the distance, we can almost see the very curves of our planet. At this height, our perspective is enormous, but our ability to see the individual pieces becomes greatly lessened. It's part of what I learn when I change my perspective from individual to larger is we don't focus so much on anything. You just get these sweeping, big understandings and views. So look around for just another moment and take it in. As you're ready, let's slowly and gently close our eyes again and return to our floating trip up. Higher and higher we are now in the final little stages of blue Earth atmosphere before we transition into the emptiness of space. And let's take a moment here as we still have oxygen around us to breathe deeply in, filling our lungs and our bodies with the calm, powerful air around us. And if you'd like, you can maybe imagine that calm literally flowing into your body with every in-breath. I like to see the shimmering blue, peaceful sky breathing in through my nostrils and filling my lungs. And then I like to breathe out all my stress. And I like to see that as a red color, and I just pull that red from the bottom of my toes as I breathe out all the way through my body until it breathes right out of my mouth. All that fear and anxiety and anger just dissipating from my body into the great sky around me. Nice slow in-breaths of blue shimmering peace. Nice slow out-breaths of red, pulling out all that bad energy, letting it fill the sky around us. As we continue to float higher and higher now, popping out of our earthly atmosphere and into that emptiness, into that vast emptiness of outer space. Nice, slow, deep breaths flowing through our body, and as you're ready, opening your eyes again, taking in the beauty of this view, the incredible view of planet Earth, spinning slowly in front of us with no fake borders. But don't miss the entire view. Make sure to look behind yourself and above and below. Take in the Milky Way and all those amazing clusters of light, giving us a wink from the universe, reminding us there's just no way we're alone. This view has become known as the overview effect because every human being, and there's been about 400 of them so far that's ever made it to low Earth orbit or higher, has come back to Earth and said the same kind of stuff about how it rewired the way they saw themselves as individual little people and helped them really feel connected to a larger system that they were a tiny little integral part of. They'll say stuff like, I went up there as an American or as a Japanese person or as a Russian, and I came back down realizing I'm breathing in and out with this system. And then we're all connected. Species, race, gender, None of it matters when you see the earth from above. I hope that it speaks some truths to you today. We're in a precarious moment as humans. We have been for some time now. And somehow we need to get on the same page together and really live into the truths that we're looking at right now. That all of our destinies are bound together. I'm going to invite you one last time to gently close your eyes, and I promise this view will still be there when we open them again. Let's gently close our eyes one last time. And I want to invite you to bring your hands to your chest right above your heart. And I want you to really bring all of your focus and attention to your heartbeat. To just noticing and really feeling the beating of your heart in your chest. Notice that you can feel it in your hands covering your chest. But that without much effort, you should also be able to feel it in your elbows, all the way up at the very top of your head and all the way down at the bottom of your feet. That pulsing from your heart travels with every breath through your entire body. We've learned from studying people who are meditating that pulsing from your heart doesn't stop there, that the energy that you put off when you're meditating extends in a field for 3 to 5 feet in any direction around your body. It can be sensed by other living beings and plants and water drops, and the energy we put out, it matters. When we meditate, we hope to put out beautiful, non-anxious love, calm, non-anxious presence. So I want you to picture yourself floating up above planet Earth as you are, with a halo, an aura, a pulsing light coming from your heart center and radiating out from your body in every direction. And we've also learned that when we meditate with other people, not just alone, but with other people, they act as an amplifier for that energy, so that instead of 3 to 5 feet, we can affect energy fields of hundreds and thousands of feet, depending on how many people you get meditating together. So I want you to see not just yourself, but I want you to picture all of us together, all 30 of us from around the world, floating up above planet Earth, pulsing off beautiful bursts of love, happiness, of kindness, all the energy this hurting world needs. I want you to see our Earth surrounded by a force field of the energy that we're putting off. Overlapping energy fields meeting up over mountain tops and under ocean trenches, up at the poles, across oceans. Our energy is surrounding planet Earth right now, raining down love and calm and peace. And I want you to hold that image in your mind, to really see it, to see that Earth surrounded by that love. And there may be a specific person that you know is hurting and lonely right now. I want you to picture them with as much detail as you can, and I want you to rain this love down on them, to zap it right into their heart, to fill them with this love, with this calm. With every breath, you pulse out more, right into them just as they need it, making our love real, holding that image in our minds, letting that nice, slow, deep breath continue to flow through our bodies. I want to invite you back to your breath, to to noticing your breath as it slowly moves through you. In through your nose or mouth and down to your lungs and slowly back up. Nice, gentle breath work as we begin to float down at whatever speed is comfortable for you. Floating gently back down into the blue earth atmosphere. Slowly down back towards the clouds. Floating all the way back until you're ready to float right back onto the surface of planet Earth, standing right where you started. Letting that nice breath continue to flow, but really feeling your feet on the ground now. Wiggling your fingers and toes, and shrugging your shoulders. As you're ready, opening your eyes one last time, and you may want to stretch your arms and legs out a little bit. We have been on a journey together, people. You might just need a little stretch. Whew, that's just what I needed. Thank you all so much for coming on that with me. I'm going to make a few brief announcements. Yes, you're more than welcome to use the emojis again now that we are done with the meditation. I'm going to make a few brief announcements, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to actually use the raise hand function, and anyone who wants to check out will be welcome to. Oh, and I see my friend Moina is here. That is so cool. Hey, Moina. So good to have you here. So, my name is Jeremy, like I said before, in case some people have entered since we started. And I am the founder of this community, EvolVR, and we meet up 2 or 3 times a day, every day of the week, 365 days a year, to meditate. We don't only meditate. We do all kinds of other stuff. We have conversation groups, and we have parties and stuff, but we really like to meditate together. So every day of the week, you should find a couple free meditations from us. If you're interested in taking your meditation practice to a deeper level or helping us support growing this community, we have a Patreon community as well that you can join at a few different tiers for a monthly subscription. And then that gets you into a deeper level of event that we have throughout the month, and as well gets you access to our circles program and to the auras that you see glowing on some people here. So if you're interested in helping support us, you can go to our website, evolvr.org, evolvr.org, and you'll see a Patreon button. We've got a Discord server that's super active and full of amazing people. You can check that out from our website as well. I mentioned circles. I should just put a plug in there for them. We have 7 groups that meet every day of the week. You meet once a week with the circle you sign up for, and it's a random group of 7 or 8 people from around the world. You have a facilitator and 90 minutes to just kind of chat and talk, and there's always some topics to check in about, but the conversation goes where it needs. If you'd be interested in having a group like that in your life, we're going to start a new round of circles at the very end of February, beginning of March, and you can sign up for that program on our website as well. Whew, that's a whole bunch of talking at you. I'm going to stop doing that, although I will just make one last plug for our Saturday party. It's going to be awesome, so if you're around Saturday evening, East Coast, West Coast time, we've got a great party. DJ Illuminati will be DJing the party, and then we have an after party at the Brooklyn rooftop that Alan will be leading. So come check that out. Okay, I'm going to ask you all now to raise hands. I just hit a button that made a new little circle appear in front of you that says raise hand, and I want each of you to click that button that says raise hand right now. Give it a little click. And then I will call on you, and you'll have a chance to just share a little word about how that adventure was for you today. And I will start, as always, with my friend Dalbeth. What do you want to share with us, buddy?
Hey, Jeremy, thanks. Well, that was another great meditation session, so that's me all set up for the weekend now. And, of course, don't forget we've got the party tomorrow night and then the after party afterwards. So,
Party.
so much party, so little time.
Thanks for being here as always. And let's see, next we have Alexa or Alex GPY. You want to say hello? Share anything about your experience with us?
It was actually really cool. It was my first time joining, and it was amazing.
That's so
I really
great to
liked
hear.
it.
Glad to hear it, and I hope you show up at some more of our events. Meditation
sir.
is good for all of our minds, so glad to have you with us. Alex, and I hope we see you again soon. How about Lonely Mountain? Let's give it another try. How you doing?
Hey, is it working now?
Yeah, we got it loud and clear.
All right, yeah. I tend to meditate religiously, but this has been a nice stress relieving meditation, and I look forward to coming here more often. It was very lovely.
Awesome. Yeah, and I should point out we do this meditation twice a week. Right at this time on Friday, we do it Tuesday evening as well, and then all of our other meditations are more traditional. So come check those out as well. Thank you for being here, Lonely Mountain, and look forward to seeing you at more stuff. And next we got Razorback. How you doing, Razorback? Oh, hold on a second. I'm having trouble. Oh, you disappeared. Well, come back and click that hand raise again if you want to say hello. I'll move on to Charan. Good to see you again. How you doing, Charan?
Hey, Jeremy, can you hear me all right?
We got you loud and clear. Absolutely.
Perfect. I had some trouble in the middle, so I had to log off and log back in
Oh,
because
sorry about
my
that.
Quest battery was running low, and then I had to connect my headphones because it's so much better to hear your voice through headphones than the Quest earphones. So, but I
Right, that makes
really
sense.
love looking at the world revolve, and it's so soothing. And your meditation going from the ground up was a fascinating journey where you sort of realize how tiny you are in the grand scheme of things. So it
Ain't that the
always,
truth?
uh, yeah, it sort of makes you realize all of your troubles and all of that. Obviously, it's painful and all of that, but still,
Mm-hmm.
in the grand scheme of things, it's a sand dust in the ocean. But I'm going to
Couldn't have
stop
said
now.
it
I'm
better
rambling.
myself. Right there with you, man. Absolutely. So glad you made it again and hope to keep seeing you at our events. Really nice to have you here. And let's see. Next on my list here is Brian. How are you doing, Brian? Good. Yeah, and we're always working on figuring out new things. So I should point out I didn't design the space. It was designed by my friend Alan, who is always designing spaces for us, and he's working on a overview effect 2.0 that's going to be a whole new way to envision this journey. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being here, Brian. And let's see, we'll go to Rosie. How are you?
Hey, I typically work on Fridays, so it was just really lucky and by chance that I remembered that this was happening and I came today. And it's just such a beautiful thing to do. And I just love looking around and feeling like we're all sharing space. And it's just
Yes.
really heartwarming to know that there are a lot of other people in the world who choose to do something like this out of all the other things we could be doing online. I
Right?
love that so much.
Great
Yeah,
point.
thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are a lot of choices out there. That's for sure. I'm glad you decided to do this
Mhm.
with us here. That was the right choice. Thanks for being here, part of it, Rosie. And Ace, what do you want to share with us?
Yes, I gotta say that was a pretty amazing experience. I especially loved the part where you were talking about breathing in, I think it was the blue, and breathing out the red. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's something I'm gonna think about a lot because lately it's been quite stressful in my life, and that's a great technique to use. This is amazing. Thank you so much for this.
You bet. And I hope you keep showing up at our different events. Like I said, there's a whole lot of different meditation modalities that you'll move through if you go to a bunch of our events through the week. And I think it's kind of like going to the gym. You don't do just one machine. You want to do a whole bunch of machines to round out your body. So yeah, keep checking them out. But glad this
Mm-hmm.
spoke to you, and look forward to talking more, Ace.
Thank you, thank
And
you.
I will go. You bet. Go to Friso, and if I'm mispronouncing that, please correct me. How you doing, Friso?
No, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's like not a
Oh,
typical
I hear a little voice out there
meditation
somewhere. Where are you? I can't quite get you loud and clear. There you are. But I have you boosted. Yeah, why don't you unmute yourself again? No, it looks like you're still muted. Why don't you work on that, and I'm going to go on to our next person, and then we can come back and try again. Daniel, how about you? How are you doing?
Oh, Really pretty good, and I'm here for the fourth or fifth time now, and this was pretty special, and I'm really feeling good for 2 days in a row now. And I ask myself why, and now it feels like I witnessed the inauguration and I was really touched by the poem, and now I'm looking at the world and it feels like that the atmosphere in this world is really changing, and it's just an expression of hope. Maybe it's an expression of reality, but it feels really, really nice. And this one was really special. Thank you, Jeremy, and thanks all of you.
Absolutely. Yeah. If
Yeah.
anyone missed Amanda Gorman's poem at the inauguration, I think it's called We Climb the Hill, or I'm not quite getting that right, but it is stunning. You can find it on YouTube or lots of different places. I would really recommend seeing that. And I agree, it filled me with some really hopeful energy that I'm still carrying into this space. Thank you all, everyone. If anyone still wants to raise your hand, you're more than welcome to, but I've gone through everyone who has so far, and I'm just really grateful to have had this special time with you again. It really is a great way for me to end part of my week and move into the weekend. I hope you'll join us for more events. If you can support us on the Patreon, check that out. But yeah, just keep coming and meditating with us and partying as well. We do it all here. Oh, I see that Moina raised her hand. Moina, do you want to say hello? You got to just unmute yourself, and then we should hear you. You see that? You remember where the mute button is. Moina is a friend of mine in real life who I'm trying to get into VR because she does really amazing work advocating for the Muslim community. And she is a dear friend of mine from when I lived in California. And I'm just introducing her to this VR crazy stuff. So Moina, oh yeah, you're unmuted. You want to say hello?
Yes, hello everybody.
There you
This
are.
is my first time that I have joined here fully. I've been trying different things, but didn't
did
get a
it.
chance. But I really enjoyed it, Jeremy. It's wonderful, so relaxing, and this world that I'm seeing in front of me, that's just spectacular. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
You bet. And
Appreciate
look
it.
forward to doing some stuff with you in here soon. So really glad you made it to this event, especially. And to all of you, love you all so much. It's just really special to be able to continue to breathe this EvolVR community into life with all of you amazing people that show up. So join us on the Discord. Keep coming to our meditations. Check out our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages at EvolVR Community. And yeah, be well, everyone. Thanks. I'm going to unmute everyone. Feel free to stick around if you want to, or go somewhere else if you got somewhere to be. That's all for now.
Peace.
Okay.